So the UFC champion Alex Pereira was accused of GRAPE by our OnlyFans girl. They haven't come out in the media yet, I believe. I just find out about it because I'm a huge MMA fan, so I follow the MMA community and stuff. And I saw that it came out yesterday on some YouTube channels and some on Reddit and stuff. So I want to talk about that today. I'm gonna give my opinion about it, of what happened or what possibly have happened, because I can't know, right? But I'm gonna give my honest opinion on what I think happened. And I'm gonna every time a situation like that happens, we gotta believe that the person is innocent until proven guilty. And so this chick, she's an OnlyFans girl. She's about 21 years old. She said on the video. And instead of going to the police and making a report about it, she decided to go on TikTok to make an exposed video about him, telling her story. And if you haven't watched that video, it's kind of like she said that they met a couple of times before that. He already tried to make moves on her, to try to kiss her and try to, I don't know, showing his intention to her. And she always cutting him off and never showing any interest. And then on the UFC 302, they met up before the fight. She went to her hotel room, and even after all those things, she said that she still accepted to go to his hotel room. And she said that she had trauma. She never had sex in the first time because she has past trauma and whatever. But guys, let's be honest. Our OnlyFans girl, she decides to make an exposed video of GRAPE on TikTok instead of going to the police. What do you think that is? You think she's being honest, or she's just trying to get more simps to subscribe to her OnlyFans? And I'm a huge Alex Pereira fan, man. I'm a big fan of his. And I'm Brazilian as well, so I know a lot about his story. I follow him before he became famous on UFC. I follow him back when he was still in glory and he was making history in glory. And I'm not making this video just to defend him because we are from the same country or because I'm a fan of his. It's not that, but honestly, I've watched that video 3 or 4 times because the only evidence we have at this point is her TikTok video and her making showing a picture that they took together. And that picture that she showed is pretty much she taking a picture of him as a fan. Hey, can I take a picture with you? And that's pretty much what the picture showed. She didn't show any other evidence. And if you watch the video, if you read her body language and the way she's acting, that story, it just seems to be completely bullshit to me. It really looks like bullshit. All the time that she's telling her story, she's looking up, when people they try to make up a story, they start to look up. They're not straightforward. They start to look around, start to look up. I'm not a specialist on that, but that's something I know. And that, of course, that doesn't mean she's lying, okay? And also, telling her story, at one moment she dropped a tear of eyes. She acted like she was crying, but I zoomed in on her face to see if any tears were dripping from her eyes, and there was no tears at all. So I think she's just acting. Just acting. If I'm wrong about the opinion I have right now, I'll come here in the future and I'll make another video about it. If Alex Pereira it's found guilty of doing that, I'll come here and say sorry to the girl and say, hey, I was wrong. I'm a man to do that. But right now, I want to give my opinion about it, because it happens too often that men get accused of serious accusations like that and nothing happens. They are just taken as guilty right away, because it's much easier to just accuse the man that he's guilty of what he did before finding the proof. And too often women make accusations of sexual abuse, or their partner or husband did abuse them physically, and where's the police report? Where's the proof? Sometimes it's just easier to say that your man abused you, to have an excuse, or to have a safe start. Oh, hey, you could see a lot of that on Kevin Samuels when he was interviewing women and say, hey, why did you guys separate? Oh, because he abused me physically. Okay, where is the police report? So a lot of the time, like we want to defend women. You want to be on their side, and everybody's picks women's side most of the time. But in this world, we need more advocate for men. We need more advocate for men because there is not a lot of advocate for men out there. There is tons of advocates for women. You know, like we have a whole movement. We have a feminist movement that like most of the women nowadays they're feminists. Most of the women. So we also need more advocates for men in this fucking world. And I'm not picking his side just because I'm a fan of his. It's surely because I've watched that video and it seems bullshit to me. It really seems like bullshit. And I seen stories in the past like of Neymar Jr., like the famous Brazilian soccer player. He was accused of GRAPE in France, in Paris. And funny enough, like he had on video everything that happened in the bedroom with that woman. That like she tried to be, I don't think it was, I think it was physically abused. I think she accused him of physically abusing him. And he had video of everything, that she was actually the one like beating his ass. And she's sure trying to make an accusation about it. And a lot of the media like say, hey, look at what he did. Even though the motherfucker had proved that he didn't do it. But of course the media and the feminist movement always speaks the side of the women. So we gotta be careful with that. A man is innocent until proven guilty, all right? Because like that can completely destroy his career. Like he's in the top of the world right now. Like he's the most famous fighter in the UFC. He's the most popular fighter at the moment. So it's just easy for a woman to come out and say, hey, this guy, he abused me just to get OnlyFans followers. Because that's most likely what happened. That's what happened. They might have had sex with each other. Maybe she's not making up the whole story, but maybe she's making up the part that he abused her. Maybe she's making that up, but maybe they had sex, and now she's using that like just to get OnlyFans followers. And she said that like she has trauma. I guess the only trauma she has is like fucking daddy issues. I think, you know, like I think that's the trauma she has. And I'm not accusing every woman that like accuse the man of abuse. That's fake, and that's not what I'm saying. I have a sister, I have a daughter, I had a mom, you know, like, so I'm not picking side of men, but looking at this specific story, it seems bullshit to me, honestly. It just seems like bullshit. It seems to me that she's only doing that to get OnlyFans followers. And if you're a man out there, man, don't follow this fucking bitch. Come on, I know there's a lot of fucking simps and tricks that's gonna start following this bitch just because, oh my god, you know, like he's gonna start like fetishizing that. Because I mean, this chick, she has some type of problem, because it's almost evident that she's acting in the fucking video. It's almost like evident. Like you can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up. So if you guys out there, be careful with the people that you have sex with, that you decide to have sex with, because they might can use that against you to try to fuck you in the future. Just because they don't like you, because sometimes you did something that hurt their feelings and they're gonna try to fuck you over. That happens all the time. In this specific case, like he's a guy that has a lot. She has a lot to get from that. She probably want to get some money from that, because like the economy is shit right now, right? I mean, a lot of those chicks out there, they don't want to go. They don't want to go hustle. They don't want to get a job. They just rather do fucking OnlyFans to get some money out of fucking simps. So that's a way that she found to level her OnlyFans. I think that's what happened. And if I'm wrong about that, I'll come here in the future and say it. And for guys out there, protect yourself. Have cameras in your house. Have cameras in your crib. Maybe not in the bedroom, because I'm not sure, but depending on the state, that might be illegal for you to record somebody having sex. I'm not sure exactly. Have cameras in the living room. Have something to record the audio that is being said on your bedroom. Make sure you're protecting yourself out there, because a lot of women, they're gonna try to take advantage of you. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and let's go.